Hi friends! Welcome to Flosstube number 21. Technically 22 because I posted a previous Flosstube extra, but we'll call it Flosstube number 21. My name is Ymir. I go by AlmondMnMs both here on YouTube Flosstube and also on Instagram. If you are a new friend, welcome. If you are a frequent flyer, hello again. Did you think that I was gonna let April pass and not come in and check in? Absolutely not. I didn't realize that I took so long, but luckily I figured that out before May hit. So yes, I'm here. I have a few updates. Not a lot of stitching, but we can definitely get into that. This is my second time filming this video because my first one wasn't so beautiful, so I had to refilm it. So I'm here now. It is April 30th, the last day of April 2021. Hopefully you don't hear the children in the background. That's probably my hallway. The kids are running back and forth. I don't have kids. It's probably my neighbor's kids. They're running back and forth. So, excuse me. So, you may hear them. Bear with me. I don't think they're going to be yelling for a very long time. But we're here. I'm happy to see everyone. A lot has been going on. Like I said, not a lot of stitching, however, a lot of busy bee work. So I'll just jump right into it. I have been dying up a storm. The amount of support that you all have given me has been amazing, has been great. I just launched 2 days ago the Mayflowers collection. I put that in a Flosstube extra just so you all can see them up close, and I did it also on YouTube. Hello, we're on YouTube. On Instagram. So hopefully you were able to catch that and just at least see it. You don't have to buy anything, but at least you can see it and get a little bit of inspiration because it is spring and flowers are blooming and a lot of bright colors and all this different stuff is gonna start happening. We have to, we're getting away from the gloominess and the poopy weather. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't feel like I was this excited about it last year, but I'm excited. We're still in pandemic mode, but something good to look forward to. So hopefully you all enjoyed it. I know a lot of people were super excited and it was a super positive response. So hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out. You know where to find me, whether it's here on Instagram. Comment below. There's links and all those goodies, blah 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 blah. You know where to find me. I try to be as responsive as possible. So yes, although I have not been stitching, I have been hauling a lot. These kids are really distracting me. So hopefully I don't bore you too much on my purchases. Hopefully I don't. But it's been a little bit over a month, so I figured I would just come here and fill you in on what I've purchased. I know a lot of people probably have purchased a lot of the things that I've purchased, so it won't be anything new that you've seen, but it's new to me. And of course you get to see obviously how I feel about stuff and my thoughts on what am I going to do. So let's just jump right in. I will start with the less stitchy thing, which was my Knit Crate subscription. I'm not quite sure which one was the last one that I showed you all when we last spoke. I'm not sure which one it was. It was one of these two, and then another one came in. I feel like it was this one and then this one came in. I mean, they're both beautiful. I think it was this one because I remember the glitter, but I'll show you both. And of course I haven't touched them at all. So the one that came in for this month, for April, April, yes, I believe it's April, is this one. Look how beautiful this is. I love it. I love it. Sidebar, I have been experimenting more with yarn as well. Might be doing fingering weight if I can find a supplier, a good supplier per se, ethical supply, you know, but we'll not jump into that. But yeah, look at this. It's pretty. I don't know, like I know all of this different types of yarns that I've been purchasing, and I have not been knitting or crocheting. Zilch, nothing. I haven't been doing any of it. But you know, that's neither here or there. Hearsay. Correct me on that one. As you all know, English isn't my first language, so of course I say things and misquote things, but y'all know what I mean. The next thing that I actually purchased, it was a few things, and it all came from Top Knot Stitcher Shop. Abigail. I got some market pieces from her, and I'm super excited about it because yes, of course. So yeah, I'll show you this. So the first one that I purchased was from Hello Liz Matthews, and it's the engraver's chart. I think it's super awesome. I love it. I mean, alphabets, tell me about it. It's gonna be interesting because obviously my sizing sidebar. Oh, okay, great. I didn't show you anything. Sidebar. You're gonna see what I'm stitching on, and I don't know. You wait. I'll probably use that as my screen grab, so you probably already know what it is. But we'll talk about that. Because yeah. So yeah, super excited about the engraver's chart. I'm not sure when I'm gonna stitch it. However, I'm super happy to have it. It's gonna be interesting to see how this stitches up and what I actually want to find, or hopefully if it's not done, have someone, hopefully someone releases a pattern. What is it, like the eye exam chart? I think this would look cool right next to it. Sidebar, there's gonna be a lot of sidebars in this video as usual. I've been having issues with this eye, and I'm a little bit concerned, so I'm probably gonna have to go to the doctors, and I really don't want to go because I haven't gone to the doctors ever since this whole pandemic situation started. I don't want any cooties, of course, but I have to go, and I'm not excited about it because my eyes are very sensitive, and I'm a big old baby when it comes down to people like touching my eyes, as you should, but I'm not sure. I feel like they're probably gonna have to dilate my eyes, so I'm not too happy about that. So we'll see. Yeah, because I've been having a little bit of issues with this one, and yeah, so we'll see. So that's what inspired me to try to look for an eye exam chart. But of course I'm gonna stitch it tiny because there wouldn't be, like, I mean, hello, like I would have to stitch it tiny, and of course you're gonna fail your eye exam if you take it from my wall. It's gonna be fail, check, ultimately. But yes, I digress. The next thing that I actually purchased, sidebar, again, another sidebar, and I just whacked myself. Maybe we should do a little like tracker, like how many sidebars have I said? This is my first chart from Liz Matthews, aside from like her monthly subscription newsletters. This is my first chart. I think this is my first chart, so I'm super excited about it. Then I literally was obsessed with this one when I saw it, and I think it's so beautiful. It's from Teresa Kogut. Come to the Garden. Look at this beauty. Tell me this is not pretty. I mean, it's so beautiful. I love it. I think it's gonna take me forever to stitch it, of course, but I am really feeling this one. I don't know. It's my first one from her as well. So I'm super excited about that. Then I purchased not one, two patterns from Michelle Bendy Stitching. So the first one is Dear Sampler. I think this one is super adorable. Let me get the glare out. Tell me this is not adorable and pretty. I love it. And then I purchased the January basket. How cute is this? I'm definitely gonna stitch this ASAP. It's only 52 by 43 stitches, and it's 4 colors. So I'm super excited to do it. I'm thinking, obviously, of doing it 56 count, whatever, you know, the little fluffies and the good stuff and the tiny stitching. But I think it's going to be adorable. I am super excited about this one. And also, sidebar, I really haven't purchased small charts, but I mean, small like packaging and things like that. Okay, so all of my charts need to start coming this size, because obviously I like tiny things. This needs to be like this, because I mean, it's such a little cute book, and I can have like my little layout and not have the bulkiness of like a gigantic pattern. But whatever, I'm super excited about this. I hope you are as well, because I will probably be sharing this a lot. So I'm super excited about that. Those were my only market buys. Yeah, those were my only market buys that I purchased from Abby, which was super exciting. I also ended up purchasing Stitches lotion. Not fun. Nothing fun. Nothing fun to see here. Then I'll leave the fun after this one, which hopefully you judge me very you judge me very well, because you know, yes. So I ended up purchasing, the reason why I purchased this, I stitch in hand, and I have to stitch the stick and poke method, because since I stitch 1/1, is not, the sewing method is not going to work for me, like, or it might work for other people, and I just don't have the grasp of it. Like, the only way I do it is stick and poke, and I love it, and I have no issues. Boom. So because I saw this on Instagram and it was just so pretty and I really wanted it, I had no reason to buy it, no business in buying it, and especially because it came from Brazil. Yeah, from Brazil. I had no business whatsoever. Zero business of purchasing this, but I still did, even though I don't stitch in hoops, frames, whatever the case may be. I decided to purchase a lap stand. You see, I don't even know what it's called. I believe it's called the lap stand, but it better be called a lap stand. I don't know if there's like a difference, because I always think of the lap stands like this ones, but whatever, it's a lap stand, because obviously the gigantic ones are the floor stands, which if I ever get a floor stand, you better believe that that's gonna be a gigantic piece. Like, I don't know how big, like how many stitches would that be for me to be stitching on 56 count on a floor stand, a big frame. Who knows? Whatever. But back to this. I ended up purchasing this, which the name escapes me on the Instagram profile that I purchased this, but it comes in 2 different colors. I believe it comes in pink and it comes in a little like turquoisey, which is this one. I ended up purchasing it. Super awesome. Because it's compact. Hello, I like my compactness. And I primarily purchased it because of the color and because I wanted to waste money and I had no self control. But yeah, so pretty much you can do this and you get yourself a little stain. She has another smaller one, which is what I initially, oh, and also see, I'm scatter talking. So you can, I would say you can change the screw so you have a longer one, so you can put like thicker like frame or hoops or whatever the case may be. I mean, you can also lift this up a little bit more based on the screw, but you can probably put in a longer screw, like no big deal. Comes with two little magnets, which also work as needle minders or etc. So it's awesome. See, I forgot what I was gonna say about, oh no, I don't remember what I was gonna say about it. But however, because I'm moving, yes, hopefully, well, we have a date, but there's a few things that are coming up, so hopefully whatever issues the seller has on those specific dates, it doesn't prevent us from being on schedule to closing and moving in. I would like to, I like to do a lot of stitch with me's. However, it's been a little bit challenging because I want to make sure that you see, but I'm also not blocking you with my hands and things like that. So I think, although I don't like stitching in like hoops or anything like that, I may end up having to use like a stand or whatever to have it very organized, so I'm in frame and you can see everything, etc. So that, and sidebar, that was my excuse to purchasing it. So do you believe it? Is it believable? Because that's what I told my boyfriend and he believed me. And usually what I do at this point when he's like, oh, what are you buying? I'm like, oh, I'm doing market research. So I mean, it's market research, like why not? I mean, we use that in the fashion industry all the time, so it's market research. Like it's a tool that I need for market research. It shouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, the next thing that I ended up purchasing, and I don't remember the size of one of them, but it's silk gauze, and I ended up purchasing 3 pieces. I don't remember who I purchased it from. If you're interested in looking for silk gauze for these sizes and you really want it, just let me know and I'll like hunt my emails and my receipts and I'll find you the information. But I ended up purchasing 3 sizes. I'm not sure about the middle size. I believe the middle size is what I'm going to tell you. So this one is, I mean, silk gauze is silk gauze. So I purchased a 83 count. I believe the middle one is either a 96 or a 102 count, or maybe a 98. I'm not quite sure. And then this one is 127 count. I can see it. I may need magnifiers. Who knows? But I'm excited about this. I haven't been touching my silk gauze at all. I don't know why, but I'm super excited to use silk gauze because I like it and it's cute and it's super small. So yes, let me know if you're interested in looking, if anyone is looking. I believe I was scrolling through, let me do this quickly. I believe I was scrolling through Instagram and I found someone was saying that they were looking for a high count silk gauze, but you know when you're on Instagram, sometimes like if you touch something, like you click and it like disappears. So I don't remember who it was. If this was you, reach out to me and I will happily help you figure out your higher silk gauze shopping experience per se. And I will say it was an international buy, so I don't remember where it was from, but it was definitely an international purchase. So yes, 20 minutes. Wow, I'm doing good. doing good. So that's pretty much it as far as haul. I'm going to save the haul goodie per se towards the end because they're biggies. I want to talk about stitching. I have not been stitching a lot. However, my eyes are on fire. Sidebar. I've also been having like super bad allergic reactions and my face blew up like really badly. So I've been obsessed with a pattern that Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery created. It's called Fraktur. It's 2 birds, and I believe it says love in the middle. If I can get the pattern, the photo, I'll put it here. And it's beautiful. Like, I love it. And there's like a few other charts that I want to purchase from him, but I ended up getting this one. I'm using it via the Silk Stitching app, and the experience is great. I have no issues. You're definitely gonna hear the New York ambiance. I'm using it through the Silk Stitching app, which is like, I like it. I love it. I haven't had any issues, but I do see why a lot of people love Pattern Keeper, which is awesome. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get Pattern Keeper. I do have a tablet, but I'm just super lazy on doing it, and I'm a little bit intimidated about Pattern Keeper because I don't know, I just hear like a lot of people talking about it, and they're like, oh, you gotta do this, and then you gotta like upload and blah blah blah. Like, I can't. My mental capacity on like getting more information into my brain is very, very minimal right now. So I really don't want to jump into that. However, I'm super grateful for the Silk Stitching app, and it was my first pattern that I ended up purchasing from them. And I'm stitching it that way, and it's been super great because I can really see. Therefore, I know that I'm at like, I think it says 7%. Let's see. I have my phone right here, and I'll tell you right now. I think I'm at 7%. I might be at 3%, to be honest with you. Like, we'll see. Oh no, I'm at 19.6%. I was underselling myself. Okay, hold on. Maybe I can show you this. No, I can't. I can't show it to you because it shows me the pattern. No, I'll include the photo. So I'm at 19 and change percent. See, I forgot the point. However, I am stitching at 1/1 on 56 count. And I'm loving it. However, I did not realize how small it was going to be. And when I stitch, I like to kind of like try to get to either like from corner to corner, so I know like, okay, this is the width that I know that I'm gonna need, and then try to like work my way down like along the border, so I know like width and length. Like, great, like I'm fine. I didn't mess up my measurements, so I didn't realize it was gonna be that small. So I'm gonna stop yapping about it, and I'll just show you. So Fraktur, 1/1 on 56 count, and I'm using a silk that I dyed, and I can talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, look at this. This is pretty much the width of it. Tell me how you really feel about this, because I didn't know it was gonna be this big. Like, honestly, it doesn't even. It does hit my knuckle. My knuckle's right there, and tell me what you think. Tell me how you really feel. So just for SHITS and giggles, I am gonna measure it, and it's exactly 2 inches. I cracked myself up. So it's exactly 2 inches. 2 inches to the T. Yes, please. 2 inches to the T. So yes, I stitched this with a silk that I dyed. it's a different type of silk than what I've been providing you all with. It's a little bit thinner, so it's equivalent to a Swasserfine, probably a little bit thinner, and also equivalent to the Gloriana Tudors. However, this is how much I ended up dyeing, which was good. I was just like, I don't know, I don't want to mess it up, so therefore I just don't want to like be stuck without the same dye lot, so I'm just gonna dye a whole bunch of it. I think I ended up dyeing like about 150 yards or something like that. So it's pretty much, and don't judge my messiness because this is for me, not as an actual product, which was but yeah, so I ended up dyeing it, and this is pretty much what it is, and I'll show you how thin. Hopefully I can. Super thin, equivalent to a DMC or even the silk floss that I'm providing you all with. However, I did want to include this for other people that might be as a micro stitcher as I maybe. I haven't really yet found pretty much anyone yet, but if you're interested, let me know and I'll figure that out. However, my only issue is that based on my current packaging, how I have the floss small, I mean, I like it, but it's 150 yards here, and I think it's very messy to have it this way. Like, I mean, just for an experience for you all, like, I have no issue, you know, unwinding it as I'm going, but I just don't think the experience for you all would be as great. And for me, like, I really worry about the experience that people have. So I need to figure out, in order for me to make this live, I need to figure out how am I going to provide it, as far as like, is it going to be in bobbins? Is it going to be in spools? Is it going to be in a skein, or whatever the case may be? And when I say bobbin, I come from a sewing background. I mean, like, kind of like a sewing bobbin versus like a stitchy bobbin. It might be even a stitchy bobbin, I don't know. So I'm just at a standpoint on how to do this, how to provide this for you all. So if you have any ideas, let me know. It's 150 yards in here. I am not sure how I'm gonna do that, so until I figure that out, I'm sorry, you can't get it, unless you reach out to me and you give me like, oops, sorry, I threw it there. I didn't mean to like floof you off, unless you're willing to kind of like really handle this, if you really want it like very super delicately and whatever. But the experience, I don't think it's going to be as what a regular 6-strand floss is right now. So I'm super excited. All of that being said, I'm super excited because I can stitch super tiny, and I'm super excited about it, and I love it. I mean, I'm kind of like, wow, because it's kind of like it's probably going to be like this big. I don't know. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm kind of like, what if Jacob makes or has more that are kind of like that way, and I can just do a whole bunch of them? I don't know. I'm probably like asking for a little bit too much, and I just might end up cutting it off and just have a whole bunch of fabric left over for other things. Me. I can probably stitch like 10 patterns here. I did want to talk a bit about my margins. I know it came up. I'm not sure if it was like on one of like Jacob's videos or my Flosstube. It was somewhere. I'm not sure. Maybe it was an Instagram about my margins. So I do see both aspects about like getting things framed, etc. But for me, however, this one is very, very, very close to the margin. The only reason why I'm okay with doing that is because I don't think I'm gonna get these framed. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do them myself. I do have a little bit of experience when it comes down to framing based on, I mean, framing artwork from when I was in school, etc. I'm not an expert at all, but also it's so small that I think it would not be necessary to have like 2 inches or like an inch and a half or whatever, you know, like the standard amount of space for your margins. So I don't think it would be much of an issue for me. And I mean, if you can't stretch this 2 inches with an inch on the side, like, I mean, hello. And on top of that, I also feel like I won't need that much of like wrapping around the board itself. So I'm okay with this. Do I recommend it to other people? Absolutely not. But what I do recommend is do what works best for you. And if you're planning on having things frames and stuff like that, definitely take that into consideration. And if you have a local shop or something, I would reach out to them. I would partner with them, especially if this is something that you always want to do, you know, stitching, then definitely. But that's my rant. Let me know what you think about this. Am I, you know, a little bit what's a great word to say? Am I a little bit out of control when it comes down to how small this is? Also, sidebar. There goes another sidebar. So I accidentally, I don't even know what fabric this is, because I do know I got it from somebody, but I don't know from who. And it better be a 56 count. However, because I've been having issues with my eye, I'm not sure if it's because my eye is, what's the word? My eye is crossing me. Like, I have the word in Spanish, like my eye is backstabbing me, or if I did something, because I accidentally spilled water on this, and I had to like, I like dunked it in water and then like pulled it out and like reamed it out dry. So maybe it shrunk, I'm not sure, I have to measure. But I mean, it is 2 inches, so 2 inches divided by 56, I guess I'll figure out the stitch count, and maybe it's still 56 count, but whatever, we'll see. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just my eye that's, you know, double crossing me, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, let me know how you feel about that. Then, the last but not least, which is a chunk of items that I purchased, were samplers. I believe I spoke a little bit about this in my last video on my interest on wanting to buy samplers. I do know that they do hold or carry a lot of weight, historical weight, and sometimes like straight up weight, because one of them came in a frame and I didn't know that it was gonna come in a frame. I just thought that it was gonna come in a like rolled up or whatever, but I guess I bought the frame as well. So I do know that they hold a lot of historical weight, but I want to, as part of, I don't know, like, I don't want to say as like part of someone of the stitching community, blah, blah, blah. Like, as part of something that I'm going to be doing for a very long time, I want to do my part in helping rescue pieces if I can, if I have the opportunity to, which I've had the opportunity to purchase about like 5 of them, which I'm super excited to show you all. I don't really think, I may have some up on my walls eventually, but I really don't think that I'm going to really like display them. I want to keep them separate, and days when I need inspiration, days when I need to reflect and, you know, really come within, I definitely do like to go through things like that. And I think that's where I get a lot of inspiration. And it's not even inspiration like, oh wow, like I'm going to design this chart. It's more about really like reflecting and thinking, whether it's about history or, you know, each sampler has its owner or whoever stitched it, like really like understanding their story, thinking about their life, their struggles, etc., which is something that I have to go through within the next few weeks after I move. I want to sit down and very much go through all of the samplers' history and kind of like understand, so I can be a little bit more connected to it. So enough about the rambling. I'll just get to the samplering. No. I'm not as funny as Kathleen is from Situation Normal. She cracks me up. So I'm just going to show you the samplers. I am not going to tell you names. I'm not going to tell you absolutely anything, because I would be doing a disservice, because I don't know much. So I am here to learn about them, and sharing with you my learning journey is the best way, right? So this is the first one that I purchased, which came in a gigantic frame. So it's this one. Woohoo! How do I get this so you can, I think you're gonna get the light. Oh, maybe. Whoop, whoop. There you go. So yeah, this is a biggie. I guess I'll have to read because this isn't my first mishap. I guess I'll have to read the measurements on a lot of these things. But yeah, I'm super excited. I enjoy it. There's quite a few. It's very interesting to me. Like, even seeing a lot of like the work that I think I may have to, I don't know, this looks like it has tape on it. Okay, I'm gonna have to inspect this. I don't know, maybe it's the glass. Oh, it's the glass. It's about to be like, why would you put tape on the sampler? Like, that's not cool. So the next one that I actually purchased, which was very interesting to me, this one is more of a needle point, but look, big stitching. It's a total opposite of the last one that I'm going to show you. However, I really enjoy it. It's very interesting because this is what the front looks like, and then this is what the back looks like. This goes for a lot of the Stitchy Police people. Front looks beautiful. However, and I'm actually clearing my voice, my throat, not pointing the finger at you. You know, I mean, don't judge. We're not here to judge, and I think it's very unique to everybody. Hashtag look at these colors, sidebar. But, you know, it's, you know, messy, what some people would say, but that's what it is. And, you know, when I saw this, I was like, oh, so I guess I don't really have to worry about my backs, because if you lasted so many years without any issues, why can't I? And this is an actual full coverage, just so you know. And the reason why I know that is because there's a little hole missing of full coverage. A few of the stitches dropped. How do you like that? The next one that I purchased was a very pretty one. This one has a lot of interesting stitches, and look at it. Has a lot of interesting stitches. It has like eyelets or lacing. I always forget. It has a lot of like very interesting stitches, and I'm super excited to kind of just really go through and just see everything and test it out. So not test it out, but you know, like, I don't know, just go through everything. I like to go down a rabbit hole when it comes down to like history and just things. I mean, I go down the rabbit hole of Instagram every single day, so why not go down the rabbit hole for stitching? So what was that, 3? So my 1, 2, 3. So this one also is an awesome one. It's a schoolhouse, I guess. But look at this one. And it also has the lacing detail as well, or eyelets. Pulling. Let me stop, because that's not what it is. But I really enjoy looking at this. What really surprises me with a lot of these pieces are how big are these stitches. Like, it's gigantic compared to what I do. But I also haven't seen other people stitching in real life, so I don't know. So this one, I was walking around. So first off, full disclosure, I like to work on my floor. Usually when I used to paint or even do homework or even study, I used to just spread out on my floor and just really see the bigger picture, because I like to step back and see the bigger picture. So that was a habit from when I was younger, and I still do it. So because of that, I guess, I don't know, like I was on my way getting ready for work, and I happened to walk by, like I had a whole layout on the floor, which is like super organized, and I'm like, why is there tissue paper on the floor? Like, that's so weird. So not so weird, but I was just like, man, I didn't pick up after myself, like whatever, because I had just opened up all of the samplers like 2 days before or a day before, and I was just like, I didn't clean up after myself. So I walked to this, and with the intentions of picking it up to like crumble it and throw it out. So I'm like, why is this just so like nicely folded? Like whatever. And it had like tape, so I'm like, what is this? So I opened it. Mind you, I had ordered a sampler, and I was just like, oh, it's on its way. Some of these were from the same seller, so, you know, it's like, oh, it's on its way. They're sending it to me separately, because I did not read the measurements. I repeat, I did not read the measurements, and I have to learn how to do this. So in this small situation was a sampler, or it's like a little hanky. Look how adorable this is. Tell me, I'll show you this way. Tell me this isn't cool. It's so small. I need to really count this, because this is my jam. And of course I'm like, well, guess what? They used to stitch small too. So I don't feel bad, and I'm super excited about it. So whatever. So don't judge me. They used to stitch small too. And look, I have proof of it. It's tiny. And it's so funny because my Fraktur is going to be way much smaller than that. So yes. You see? See? Look. They stitch small. Now I will definitely be on the hunt, because this looks like gauze. So I will definitely be it's either a gauze or a handkerchief. I think it's gauze. So I'll definitely be on the hunt for this thread count. So I have to count it. So what is it? Lesson to be learned. Double count. Double check your sizing on your pieces to make sure that it's not something as small like that, because if I didn't stop and say, oh, let me just open this, I probably would have threw it out, and I would have been so upset right now, like super upset. So I'm super happy and excited and grateful that I have all of these pieces. They're definitely coming to a good home where they will be looked after for many years to come. I do plan on continuing to look for more pieces. I'm not quite sure if, I know it's like such a rabbit hole, but I'm not sure if I want to just hunt for minis or hunt for specific things. Like, I love Quakers, so I may just end up falling down the rabbit hole of looking for Quakers, but I really want to look for minis, because hello, why not? It's me. But yeah, we'll see. Let me know let me know if you have any minis floating around or have seen anything on like eBay or whatever. Let me know, and I will hustle over and try to get it. But like I said, these are coming to a good home. They will be, once we move, they will be in a great designated area where no one will touch them, and only the appropriate parties can touch them and see them, which will probably only be me or Stitchy friends, if I ever have any Stitchy friends in New York. And I know there's a few people that are in New York, and I'm super excited to hopefully, once all of this mellows down, we can probably have a meetup and a get together and stitch, because I don't have any Stitchy friends here. I have all of you, they're all virtual, but no in real life Stitchy friends that I can meet up with. I sometimes, I don't want to say envy, I'm always like, God dang it, I want that too. And I love it and I admire it. The Steel City Stitchers and Brenda and the Serial Starter, because like you have a pair, you have another person, or I think they're called Country Stitches, I might be wrong. You have a pair, you have and the Sunshine Stitchers, like all of these different like pods of friends that you can like meet up with when we're all safe again. Yeah, so I'm done with my rambling. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope this video brought some kind of like service to you, or just a little bit of a something to stitch with or something to clean with. I hope everyone is doing well, everyone is maintaining their health and safety. I know there's like a lot of things going on in the world. My thoughts, prayers, good vibes go to everyone, especially all of our friends in India right now. Like, I can't, like, it's, I mean, just seeing this all over again. But yeah, like my thoughts, prayers, good vibes, and everything go to everyone, especially those that are suffering right now. But yeah, I will probably see you the first week of May, which tomorrow's May 1st. I'll probably see you the first week of May or the second week of May, because I have another announcement. So get ready, stay tuned, and happy stitching. Thank you for joining me. Bye, y'all.